Alison here. Welcome back to Words and Pictures for a few minutes of fun. A lot of mess on the table today. In fact, the rest of the table is now very clear. I've been having a bit of a clear up because it had got slightly too chaotic even for me. And these are the scraps. Most of the scraps. Some of them actually went in the bin for once because they really were too tiny. But amongst the scraps, I laid hands on these bits of Tim Holtz design paper, which were left over. I can't remember what they got cut off or what I was doing. If I can find it, I will link to whatever we used the rest of the paper for in the description below. But these are basically ATC sized. Oh, see, they got the map on the back. I'd forgotten that. The River Thames. Today I'm really tempted by this side. I don't know. They are definitely ATC. 2.5, 2.5 by 3.5, which is ATC sized. So I'm thinking we might do a little quartet of those and just grab whatever really. There's this Tim Holtz die cut that is around, cut out of, I think that was out of some dyed tissue paper. I did that. So let's see, 2 of them can have something like that on them. I might use it to cover up that pink stripe a little bit. Not very keen on the pink stripe. Do I? Maybe 2 of them should be maps. Let's have a look. Be quite nice to have the curve of the River Thames, wouldn't it, really? And then that gives us something, gives us different colour as well. Okay. Let's do that. There are these stamps which I pulled off some letter that came from somebody. It was recently World Bee Day, but Bee Day. These came from well before that. They've been on the desk for some time. But that little sort of bit of green might also be quite nice because we've got the river. Do we want a whole stamp on each of those? Seems like quite a lot of stamp going on. Not sure how I feel about the pink flower. We might be going to lose the pink flower. What else have I got? I've got bits of tissue paper. I've got some of this crafty rice paper that I gel printed onto, and those I had kept on the desk because I rather like the look of them. Oh, see, now that's quite a good relationship colour wise to the river. So maybe what we do is, because these 2 haven't got any river, we give them a bit of bluish, or not quite blue. I quite like it with that strip where it meets the brown, actually. Let's give you some blue. There, that's quite good. It's not that blue, but it'll do. Not that blue, but it'll do. I also found on the desk, and I don't seem to have opened it, this brilliant little Seth Apter mini. So I thought, really, one could have a little inking up of that. And what I'd quite like to do is, again, make something approximately that colour. Let's see, what have I got? Maybe it'd be better with paint because it'll show up better against here if it's painty rather than inky. What do I need? Oh, stamping grid. See, I've put everything away now. have to go to where it lives in order to get it. Maybe we'll stamp that in grey. And I think I probably don't want all the colour palettes on one, but I could stamp half and half in one go. Let's do that. There it is. Right, and so then what I'm thinking, let's put the salvage patina away again. Then what I'm thinking is a little spot of Seaglass on the mat, a little spot of Waterfall on the mat, a little spot of Coastal on the mat. I sort of need one more. Where's my hint of mint? Or peppermint might quite go slightly to a greener place, but that might be quite fun. Yeah, I see I've got 5 on here. Okay, a deeper shade. Calypso, does that take us enough deeper? Just a bit. Oh, look how pretty they look on the mat. Just that. Oh, don't be blocked up. I need to, there we go. I need a little bit. Oh, hello, that needs shaking is what that needs. That's just the mixer within the paint, I think. Oops, don't get on my ATC. You can often hear when the paint comes back together. You just get a slightly different sound going on in the bottle as you shake it. Right, quite a fine brush. Maybe the water brush is the way to go. Let's put Peppermint up here at the top. Was it Peppermint? I think it's called itself Peppermint. Don't want to go too much over the lines, but I don't mind if I go a little bit over the lines. And, oh, I can't put Peppermint at the bottom here. I'll skip one. We'll go Peppermint, and we won't have one of the others. Okay. And next, Seaglass. It's going to go over that bit, but that's fine. Seaglass, beautiful. One of my favourite colours. It's in one of my curated sets of paints. The background blues, I think. What was this one? Waterfall, which is a new favourite. Enjoying Waterfall quite a lot. And it's somewhere between those colours on the River Thames. Let's zoom in a little. Those colours on the River Thames bit are somewhere between Waterfall and Seaglass, I would say, for the most part. Let's put you in. And then Coastal. You'll notice I've given up cleaning the brush in between. Olive. That's nice. And then one last bit of this one down here. Look at that gorgeous gradation. Now, of course, you could just get yourself one of the darker colours and then mix in progressive amounts of white. But how much easier and how much more fun to do it this way. Just wondering if I want those. And now I've got all this paint. I'm going to see, it's going to make another background, isn't it? There's a scrap of tissue paper, tracing paper here. So what I might do is give this a spritz of water, because it's just scrumptious, and run this through it in a kind of, use up the paint sort of a way. Okay, that'll do me. Tracing paper doesn't want to stay flat, does it? Where am I going to put that to dry? Oh, behave. I might do that to the other piece as well. There's another piece of tracing paper here. Since it's here, and since I've got this, this will be altogether subtler. Nothing wrong in that. Just seems a shame to waste all that lovely paint. Yeah, another nice thing for tearing, so that will start my new piles of scraps on the table. What's this? This is the tissue. We could add a bit more onto here, couldn't we? Because there's not much colour on here. So who needs a gel print to print? Let's print that onto there. scrummy. Okay, I think I've probably earned my mop up. Oh, that's pretty too. Got a tag here. Another way to avoid blank page syndrome. Lovely, lovely, very good. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Okay, we've got Thames and Thames, and we've got Swatch and Swatch. I'm wondering if I even want these maybe going that way. That would be quite cute, wouldn't it? A couple of landscape, couple of portrait. Right, I think I was quite keen on that. Why not? It's here. If I don't use it, it'll just go missing. Run across there. Any second now I'm going to start gluing things down, because otherwise I'll just lose them. There's this rather nice strip of music, but I think we've got enough design paper going on, really. Oh look, I know. Sorry, I'm just sorting through bits. There are some birds. There are some Tim Holtz birds. I saw more than that. How many? You are a springtime. You're very cool. Oh, there's a bunch of those. Hang on. And you, twins? Well, not quite twins, different colours. Oh, I wonder about these flowers. I've got little cosmos flowers that I coloured. I think that was for the winter wreath, if you haven't seen the winter garland in the art journal book. That was quite delicious, though I do say so myself. Oh look, you. Let's have a look what we've got. 1, 2, so we've sort of got 4 that are similar colourways. Purples and browns and a bit of turquoise, quite a lot of turquoise on you. In fact, the turquoise is really good, because here we are again with the turquoise. See, I should have kept some of that paint. I wonder if this is still wet enough. Yes, it is, on the tracing paper. Here's a little playtime experiment. If I take you, who haven't got very much turquoise, and kind of mod you down onto there. Oh, kind of too much turquoise. It's covered up all the other inkiness. Quite cute though. Well, I'll do this more, I'll do it more subtly with this one. Just maybe get a little bit of him. Yes, I like that. I might put a little bit on here as well. Slightly paler and some darker. Ooh, that's good on his head. This one could layer into the pale, and then there won't be quite so much of the dark going on. That's fun. Where's that pale bit gone? Yeah, I kind of like the paler one a little bit better than the full-on dark. And you, my friend. Pick up a little paint onto you. So that's just kind of making them a set. Yes, I like that. And even though we've lost some of that inky detail, I think there's something quite nicely mixed media about. Okay, you guys, going back into the scraps pile to wait for another day. So are the cosmos flowers. Got a couple of these little labels had also sort of stayed out on the desk. I'm usually quite good about putting them away, but I might even go so far as to dig for extras of those if I decide I want them. Right, chaps, where are you going? What's going to happen with you? I should probably dry you a bit. This one, I've done the thing that I really quite enjoy, which is a little outline around him. So what I might do is dry those. Oh no, I can't dry them because I've got a power cut at the moment. I'll dab, I'll dab them dry, which might also create some nice texture. And then we'll do a little outline on them. Back in a sec. Right, outlines. So it's gone over, he's got an outline as well, but it's gone over him too. So all I do is take a nice fine nibbed fine marker, yay, look at my hands, and just borrow the line of the bird to sketch in a little bit more detail, and it both gives them an extra zhuzh of personality. Not that they're lacking in personality. I adore the silhouette bird dies. But it also gives them a bit more definition, a bit more visibility if they're going onto a fairly busy background, as they are this time around. So let's just, particularly the legs, I find it helps to draw attention to the legs. You just get yourself on there, around there, and depending on where you position the line, you can sort of slightly change the energy or the impact of the silhouette. I mean, they're just so full of life. One of the best dies ever, I think. I will be linking in the description, or not linking, but sharing details of the products down below, and then just Google the full name of the product and the maker, and hopefully you'll come up with some local online independent craft retailers near you who will be happy to send crafty goods your way. That's all quite cute. Just wondering if I want to resurrect a little bit of inkiness. That's Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, which I'm going to use with my put my finger in it, that's what I'll do. Spatter brush, a little bit of water, and then I can, over the top of that paint, add back a bit of inky spatter. Now, because I've got a power cut, I'm going to have to set those to one side to dry. That's cute. So that's the kind of thing where you're definitely better with an oxide than with a translucent distress ink, because over the top of that paint, the distress ink would probably just vanish a little bit, but the opaque chalkiness of an oxide should be able to hold its own. If not, you can use a bit of paint. I found another of these cut out of some different paper. So I'm thinking maybe that's good on the River Thamesy ones. I'll keep it long at the moment. I don't want to cover up too much River Thames, mind. Maybe that one's better down there. Oh look, that's okay. That's okay. It's quite, I mean, it's lacy, and that's not a usual thing around here, but I'm sort of with it today. I like it. Okay, birds, labels. What else have we got here? More bits of tissue paper. These are some of those spring background offcuts we had the other day. There's bits of wire. There's one of my, oh, see, that's already the right colour as well, isn't it? That is going to cover up too much river. I'm wondering whether it's just keeping things simple today. Sometimes that is enough. That's cute with him looking at the Thames. He should probably look at the Thames as well. If he goes there, he can do that. What are you guys looking at? You're looking up at that lace, or you're looking at the colours, and you're looking down at what? A worm. You're looking down at a worm. I really like them exactly as they are at the moment. There are some bits of wire here, which might be a thing. Labels, which might be a thing. Oh, we were going to have some of this, weren't we? Almost forgot. I think I'm still up for that. Lost the other bit, need to tear some more. No, here it is. I think it just gives a bit more definition to that, and when I glue it down, it will be translucent. You'll still see the text through it. I think it's a way of drawing attention to the lace, which otherwise might vanish slightly. Let's do that. Let's do a bit of gluing, and I'll come back when the lace and the tissue paper is glued down and just see if there's anything else I want on these, but I'm starting to think there might not be. I've used a bit of the Distress Collage medium to glue those down, and now I've got lacy layers. Who knew? So I snipped off the half bits and then thought I'll throw those away, and then thought no, I won't throw them away because I can add extra half bits of detail, and now I've got layered lace. Who knew? So the white bits that got trimmed off those have made their way onto those ones. And yeah, it ties it together quite nicely. I think that there's that little hint of laciness, unusually for me, but quite nicely, I think. What else have I got? I got these, but they're a bit autumnal. It's not the right time of year for me for that kind of thing. Got this little tissue paper postcard. That's a PaperArtsy thing. Oh, back to the stamps. No, I don't like that. I don't want that. There was this twig lying around. That could be interesting. Give each of them a little bit of twig to stand on. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Is there enough? Yeah, there's plenty. If I cut it in sort of half and half again. Excellent. Good. You get a bit. You get a bit. You get a bit. And I've lost the other bit. Typical. Typical. Anybody see where it's shot off to? There it is. Just hiding a little bit. So we'll glue those down. That'll give us a bit of joy. I note that there are lots coming on from that side and fewer coming on from the other side, but I think maybe I don't mind that. There's 3 coming in from the left and only 1 coming in from the right. But I think that's fine. We could, no, it's not long enough twig. Yours could come in from there, but then we'd have both of you doing that. So I think it's quite good that there's that one that comes this way and he's perched right on this end of it. His tail's going to stick off, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. Or we move him downwards, oh, then his tail sticks off a lot. Oh, I think we're fine. Tail's not going to fall off, is it? I'll just be a bit careful with you. Okay. And then it might just be some words and maybe a button or something. Oh, little labels. Again, it's kind of, when the design paper is this good, covering it up feels kind of unnecessary. I'm going to glue down these twigs using my fine applicator on the Cosmic Shimmer. And I'll have a little look for some words. I'll maybe dig out a few labels and be back for the finishing touches. I was on the hunt for words and I found this super skinny washi tape that I thought might be quite fun. It's incredibly fiddly. It's, what is it, maybe 2 millimeters across. I just thought that might be quite a nice thing. And I don't know what I'm ever going to use it for, really. It's just one of those things you see and you think, oh, that's cute. And sometime or other, I'll undoubtedly want it. Where did that piece go? If you've got blue fingers, the blue washi tape won't show up against them. Try not to have blue fingers, I suppose, is the point. But then what is the fun in that? Oh, and now I've lost the end. There it is. It's just because it's got that same sort of turquoisey tone going on in it. I think that's quite fun to have. It's not going to show up very well over this one, but it will show up over here. Let's put that down there. Maybe an even slightly longer one would be fun. And then I also dug out, these are very ancient and it's no use asking me where to get them because I'm fairly sure they've been discontinued a long time, is the ChitChat stickers, little individual word stickers. I was thinking about the usual small talk ones and thinking, not sure I want great sort of things to read on here. I think it might be quite nice just to have a little odd word or two. Oh, and then the other thing is, I think these need mounting on. Do I care that this one's completely wobbly? I slightly do, interestingly. The stick is being wobbly. I don't want the washi tape wobbly. The stick has got organic wobbliness built in. I will trim the ends of those, I think. Do I want an echo elsewhere? Or is that going to be too much, too twee? Let's have a look at it. You could get out of the way at the moment because I haven't done you. Padded tape. Was I just talking about padded tape? Did I get as far as talking about padded tape? I think padded tape is going to be the answer to the birds, because they do need a little bit of... That's hardly visible, but I know it's there. And that makes me happy. And if we're not here to make ourselves happy, I'm not quite sure what we are here for. If this kind of thing doesn't bring you joy, then go and watch gardening channels instead. I watch plenty of those as well, to be fair. There we go. It's just a little something. Let's have a look what we've got left in here. All kinds of things. So there are pronouns and verbs and nouns and adjectives and quite like think. Always like think. World. We've got a map. Let's have world. I'm not planning to make phrases with this. I'm just thinking story. Always like the word story. So there are white stickers and there are craft stickers. So I'm thinking the white ones on these and then maybe craft ones on these. Voyage. Should we have voyage as well since we've got maps? Between. I quite like the idea of just between. World, story, scenic, artful. Going to be artful. Family, memoir, excuse me, flight. Well, come on. Birds on the table. I mean, not, you know, it's not a table. And support. What have we got here? Believe, friends, creative, family. Seem to have quite a lot saying family. I don't seem to have used those. Memory. Memory, I think, is what I want. And I might just give those another little outline because that'll echo the outline that we've got going on the birds. Just kind of loose, messy. That's nice. Where's yours gone? There it is. Couldn't see it for a minute. And story. And padded tape. That's what I was talking about, wasn't it? So I think because the stick has got dimension, I just feel that the birds would like a bit of dimension. And what I quite often do if I've got these squares as opposed to a reel of tape, one in the main body of the bird, and then I'll take another one and cut it in half and use the two halves on the slightly narrower parts of the die cut, and that usually gets the job done. Sometimes it doesn't need it, but I think in this case we might do that. So I'll do one and then I'll do the rest. I think there might be some spatter to come, don't you? A little bit of spatter. So like so, and like so. It might not need, if I'd done that a little bit further over, that could have worked without that. Even quarters, so even that just a little bit, one behind his head, one near his tail. It'll just give him that extra bit of support that we all need sometimes. Grand, you might need just a little bit extra. I did have some teeny tiny ones of these. Wonder where they are. So that's just going to stand them up so that they can sit by the twig, on the twig, comfortably. He's the one who started it because I needed his tail to come over the top of the twig. And I thought, I know what solves that. Maybe there are some labels to come. Sometimes less is more. I'm wondering about a little doodle around the outside. I'll do some spatter and then see where I am. And my guess is I'm going to be coming straight back for the close-up. Thanks so much for your company today, as always. I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of scraps. I'm afraid there are still quite a lot of scraps that need dealing with, but they'll go in a little envelope and wait for a future day. Thanks as always for comments, feedback, always a delight. Anything that I can remember that needs linking below, I will link below. And if you're not subscribed, please consider joining us on the journey. I'm just looking at that and thinking that's... Oh no, if I start with labels, I'll be here all day. Maybe they do just get a little label each. You're just going to have to wait for the close-up to find out. Thanks so much. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed those painty hands, and happy crafting all.